Mark, 2-2 draw here, home to St Anne's on the final day of the season. What are your thoughts on today's game?
Disappointing. In general, I think large spells of the game were in control. I think we should have the game dead and buried, in my opinion, in the first half. We lose two very slack goals. Again, we go 2-1 up front. 2-1 up front. We go 2-1 up, and then 2 seconds later, letting another goal again. So it's really frustrating, particularly from set pieces, free runner, back post, uncontested header. Just sloppy. I don't mind if they've had a good bit of play and it's a nice worked goal or anything like that at all. It's just slack. I don't think we got a second gear at all at times today, which is disappointing. But look, let's face it, I think at 1-0 we're in cruise control. The red card changes it. I've got no qualms with the red card other than why are we fighting with each other at 1-0 and obviously language used it. It's just not acceptable. So and a big man's let us down, and he knows that himself. More importantly, punishes himself big time for next year. So I didn't that's disappointing. Again, the lads showed they could get themselves back in front after it with the 10 men, but you give them the opportunity to get a lift where I don't think they really had much to go on. They're just the ref, and I don't think we just let them leave over the ref. They were more focused on him than they were in the game. So and then we've got involved in it and managed to get ourselves silly red card. So look, don't want to overly talk about that specifically, just disappointing performance I think to end it. I think we wanted to end in a high and get the win. It's not a defeat, but for me it kind of feels like one, just a general way of the game. You can't control and dominate a game as much as that and have the chances that we've created and test the keeper so much without coming away with something in the end. Just, I don't know, I think with nothing to play for, I think it's hard for the lads to get up for it, but I'm just talking about having the end of the year the night, and I'd have rather that we went and kicked on and made a wee win to go and celebrate. But it's not what happened. We'll take our wee break, and then we'll be back in for pre-season.
So was it a bit fluffy today? Did the boys get maybe a bit too comfortable out there?
I think so. Look, at the same time, I also said to him before, the pressure's off, safe, all that jazz, and I know that there's nothing to play for because you show up on a Saturday and you always want to win football games. So, but I wouldn't disagree with you saying that it was flat. I think it was. Even the first half, I'm going, we've got tempos to our game, and said we've not come at second gear, we've not upped it into the tempo and the press and the intensity that we normally have. Now, I'm not going mental and losing the rag there because, like you say, the game's dead rubber, isn't it? But at the same time, it's still important that we go out and we see games off and we make a marker. But if you look at the form and the points that we picked up in the back end of the season, I think if we started that way, we'd be in the mix and in a good place. So it's comfort. I think we need to just remember where we are and what we've done. And look, the objective was stay up. We've done that, and then we think for next year with a good pre-season. It's probably not as hectic as last year. And it was. So the good thing for that is that I think we'll put on Saturday, Wednesdays for the first couple of weeks. So it'll be good to have a settled squad going into the start of the year. So as much as I'm looking forward to the wee short break, actually looking forward to getting back into it now with the boys and just picking up the momentum we've got. So majority stay and then a couple of new faces in to freshen it up as well. So I look excited, but I'm trying not to think too much about today's game and just enjoy the night. But we said that, I think the first game of the season we had our first lads night out and we get beat 4-0, but we still went in a good night. So it'll be annoying and frustrating to know, but a couple of hours later we'll just go and get on with it. And I've asked a lot of the boys this year, and there's not many times that they've let me down, and I'm not saying in that part they've let me down. They've just been wasteful. That's all. They've just not been the normal quality that's there. But I've also made a lot of changes at times as well. Now I changed the whole front three to give lads a wee opportunity, and then put down in the 10 men is kind of hung those lads out to dry. They don't really get the fair cracking. And the one was really good. But you see, we Ross, I think, who's his first start of the day, I thought outstanding, and he's on the score sheet as well. So great to have lads like that for the 20 step up. Obviously, he didn't mean it straight on for the start. But for a while, he's broken kneecap, which is no ideal for him. But no, that's what it's here. I think they were the same. They had a good couple of 20s. For me, actually, when they brought the 320s on, it changed the game for them. Actually, gave them a wee bit of tempo. You could see the lads were hungry and they had the desire. So it just shows you that what this level of football's got. Teams using the pathway properly is great. Like, if I'm honest, would I like to use mine a lot more? Of course I would. Just never overly had the luxuries that to be able to do it this year. But definitely, I think going forward, you can see there's some right good talent in there. As I said, disappointed with the day, but a lot of positives to look forward going forward.
And just to look back on the season overall, brand new group really, guys coming in from different backgrounds. There's kind of a turbulent start. You must be pleased with the progress that the group has made.
Okay, look, we said that to the lads as well. We always had the faith in them that would come good, and the core nucleus hasn't overly changed. We've just been able to add a wee bit of squad depth in there as the season's gone through. But we always knew it was going to be difficult, brand new rebuild. As I said, there's 2 lads through the squad last year, but other than that, it's fresh, or it's the young lads getting their first taste at this level of the game. I think anybody that's worked with younger lads will just tell you it's inconsistency within performances, but we've got that year under our belt now, so we'll be a lot stronger for it. And I said that to them at the start before the day's game, that we know what we're coming up against now. We know the majority of the teams that we're playing against, and if the lads have not they've got no unknowns, they've got nothing to be worried about or feared. And I think on our day, if we show up, we go and compete with anybody. So it's just important for me that we take chances in the moments in the game and we kill it. We stop leaving things up to a wee bit of a lottery. I don't think we were at our best, and look, I know the Ants will probably feel the same, that they weren't at their best either the day, missing probably a couple of bodies as well. But all in all, a lot of positives to look forward to for kicking on to next year, and keen to enjoy the night and celebrate. I said that last week. We had an objective, we've met it, and you need to celebrate the small wins when they come. You don't get many wins in football, particularly in a season that we've had there. So I will go and enjoy it tonight and take that well-earned break. And my groundsman who's walking there, he'll sort out the park. He'll be a bowling green next week. Look how happy he is. So that's it. Get out, kick on for next year and kick us on right forward. I think we'll be competitive next year. I think we were competitive this year, but I think we'll be competitive in the right area of the table next year. I'm quietly confident, put it that way.
Brilliant. No, thanks very much for your time this season, and well done on securing safety in the last couple of weeks. Enjoy the night.
Thanks, guys.